way down in the gully there. So I'm keen to cut into this. That is gorgeous, that is solid wood. I am so looking forward to getting into here. All these scraps and this waste and rubbish. Wow, it's warming up now. There is tons and tons of dead stuff in the middle of all those ferns. Pretty bloody steep. Once I ripped a few of those roots off. A little bit of rot in the middle, nice and solid. Good morning, my name's Chris, and that beautiful block of land and that beautiful view behind me is the Rural Project Land and View. Right, today we're going to be working down in the gully, and I am going to be knocking over some trees that have been long overdue for removal. So let's get down there and get into it. So down the gully. So earlier this week I managed to get down here just for a couple of hours after work, and I managed to pull out these trees from way down in the gully there. And if you ever remember, but one of those trees actually ran directly across, and I had to lift that with the excavator to get it out of the way. But anyway, first task is to get the chainsaw going, sort of straighten some of these off, all the loose and stray branches that are on these, take them off, and then we'll get these trees just sort of laid in this area here, just to try and keep them off the ground, because I won't be booking these until next year. Log number one to be processed. It's an interesting log. As you can see, I pushed this one down. There's not much of the root ball left. Most of that had sort of rotted off or broke off once I pushed it over with the excavator. I have no idea what sort of tree this one is. So species of gum. As you can see, it got badly burned in the fire. So I'm keen to cut into this and see exactly what we've got. Right, let's get this tidied up. If it ain't part of the main trunk, it's going in the burn pile over there, and only the best bits are going on the storage area. Tiny bit of rot in the middle, but the rest of this, that is gorgeous, that is solid wood. Right, let's get the rest of those limbs hooked off, work my way through the rest of the pile there, and I'll bring you back when I've got it all neatly stacked on the pallets. Okay, we've got the excavator down here, and this is how close I am to the dam. And that's the dam wall right there. So when I came down earlier in the week, I managed to get a few trees knocked down in this area, a few trees that were already down, so I collected them together. This old monster that was laid right across the path in this area here, and yeah, we managed to grab that with the excavator and move it out of the way. But I'm going to go bring the chainsaw. I'm going to cut that in half because it's too big for the mighty cat to lift in one go, so I'll cut it in half, move it out the way into the zone back over there where I've just come from. This tree here, same thing, it's just about to fall out the jaws of the excavator, but I'm going to cut this off here. There's a whole heap of tree all the way back up there, so that'll be cut into two pieces. So one piece there taken back up, one piece here taken back up, one piece here, one piece here. So I've got 4 moves to do, and then I'm going to be getting into the rest of this up here. I am so looking forward to getting into here and getting all this tidied up. In a lot of years I've been wanting to get in here. As you can see, there's a lot of mess on the ground. A lot of this is going to be burnt. I'm not messing around with any of this stuff and gathering twigs and branches, anything like that. It's all going to go on the burn pile just to get rid of in winter. As you can see, there are a lot of dead standing trees here, and some decent sized ones as well, which will be nice to get some firewood out of them. So I'm going to go grab the chainsaws. We're going to get into this, and I am going to get some wood cut. That's the advantage of having that log in the jaws of the excavator. Just moved it out of the way and chainsaw came free, no hassle. Just looking at this wood, this is just soft and punky. We'll have to see what it's like once it starts to dry out, but I don't think there's a lot of good wood in here. We'll see. Anyway, let's now grab the excavator, get it fired up, walk these logs back up into the processing area, and then see what the next task is. Okay, all 4 logs now are gone. Well, there was 2 cut into 4, all gone, taken. I've got a few scraps here that I need to sort out. So I think the next task will be to work my way through all these scraps and this waste and rubbish, get it all into a pile ready for burning in the future. And I'll do that from this whole area here before we then make a start on tackling the next big trees. It says decent sized sort of trunk down here as well, it's all rotten though. That'll go in the burn pile. I think that tree that's laying down there, that'll get pulled down, and then it'll be into this one next, which looks to me like it'll be a nice firewood tree. That right, I think we will get the time lapse on the go, and you can watch me work like a crazy man getting all this stuff tidied up. Wow, it's warming up now. It was 40 degrees yesterday, and by about 5 o'clock a cold change came in and it dropped 13 degrees in 10 minutes, but it stayed at about 25ish overnight, and I still think it's about 25 now, but the sun's sort of starting to come around and warm this area up. So there's a lot of sweat on this face from moving all this brush around. So what we've got now is this whole area, sort of almost to the top of that little hill, just sort of there. All of that is now cleared. I've got one old tree, dead tree to take down. The rest of this is pretty well cleared and either put in that pile or a new pile on top of the hill. So I'm going to bring the excavator up here and try and get it to see if I can climb up to the top and sit on the top up here. We'll push that dead thing over, and then we'll see about moving back down into this area and doing a bit of a clear out. There is tons and tons of dead stuff in the middle of all those ferns, all small branches, but I think we'll be making a few more burn piles as we go here. Right, let's see if I can get the excavator up this hill. It's pretty bloody steep, so I may have to bring it around here in a bit of a loop, a bit less steep. Let's see how we go. was very dusty. It's a shame. It's a shame it took down the other tree next to it, which I didn't expect it to do, but oh well, so be it. Anyway, that big branch is down and I've cut off the stumps. Hopefully we won't get rot growing back into that branch. Although this tree is looks about half dead. And now it's time to work on this fallen tree. Unfortunately the root ball is still stuck in the ground, so that's the first thing I've got to tackle. Alright, that certainly got it lifted up once I ripped a few of those roots off. Time for the chainsaw now. So we'll make a cut in this, sort of take it in half. It's way too big, way too long for the mighty cat to deal with right now. So knock it into two pieces and I'll be able to move it over to the firewood processing area. I did not think that would go so quickly. But we'll get the excavator lifted up by the tractor now. That wood's not too bad at all. A little bit of rot in the middle, the outside is nice and solid. pushed over quite easily. I'm making great progress. I'll bring you back in a little bit, but I'm going to keep working my way through all of this mess now, picking them all up and sorting them all out. Well, that is some seriously good wood in there. Don't look it from the outside, but once you cut into it, nice and solid. Right, I think I'm now going to spend the next couple of hours moving all this stuff backwards and forwards. I'm going to get myself tied up in knots if I don't clear this area now. An awful lot of wood here that needs to be moved right out of the way. And I've been putting a load in a kind of a landing area down there, but I now need to get it all out of the way, I think. So I'll bring you guys back when I'm done. We'll get in the cab, get the windows shut, get the aircon on, and yeah, tootle around for an hour or so, moving all this stuff backwards and forwards. Well, I have done well today. Just done a tally, and there's 15 logs that I've taken up now to the processing area, to the landing area, should we call it. Bottom of Slippery Hill, 15 logs. Not all of them have been put in position properly yet. It's getting late in the day and I need to pack up, but I've got them all down here. There's a couple that are still on the ground just near where we've been taking the trees down. We'll go and have a look at those now. What an absolutely beautiful day here on the rural project. So it's in sort of 27, 28 degrees. There's a bit of a breeze, as you can tell. We have created one big burn pile here, second burn pile straight in front of the camera. We've got, I don't know, maybe another 10 logs to take up to the processing area, all pulled out. And another burn pile here. It's absolutely amazing the amount of work I've got done today. Really, really pleased. There is still a little bit of tidy up to do around here, but nothing major, to be honest. This is a couple of hours just to tidy up. Now, what I do have, big tree there that needs to come down, dead standing, and I think there are a couple more. Here we go. So there's one here, one just in the distance there. Both of those need to come down. And then what I'm going to do, the trees that are on the edge of the dam there, and these ones that are on the edge of the dam, they're all coming down. I don't want trees growing on the dam or on the back of the dam wall. And those two trees there are absolutely ginormous. The height of those, they're going to come down with a crack. Right, well, I have absolutely loved it today. It's been a fantastic day. Plenty done, and the weather's just been beautiful. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this, you need to click that like button and subscribe to the channel and ring that little bell, just so that you get all the notifications of more and more videos. So if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to come back. There'll be plenty more videos just like this one on the Rural Project.